Good morning, students. This morning we are going to look at cumulative frequency, how to draw cumulative frequency curve, graph or ogive. Remember in our previous class we look at the definition of some terms. We look at definition of percentile, quartile, interquartile, upper quartile, lower quartile, median, semi-interquartile and interquartile range. Now we are going to take an example to explain this term, how you find this using ogive or cumulative frequency curve. Now let's take this example. This is an example from WAEC past question. We are asked to say below is a frequency table of candidates in an examination. Of course, it's grouped. We have from 0 to 9 score 2. It's the frequency, the number of students that score 0 to 9 is 2. 10 to 19 you have 7, and so on and so forth, till you have 90 to 99 2. Then we are required to draw a cumulative frequency curve or ogive or whatever you may call it, or call it, either you call it ogive, cumulative frequency curve or graph. Then in the graph we are required to find the median, the lower quarter, the upper quarter, semi-interquartile, interquartile range and semi-interquartile range. And you are told that we should find the pass mark if 40% of the students pass. Now let's first you find the cumulative frequency, and to find the cumulative frequency I have explained to you in the previous class. Now the frequency for the first one is 2. The next one is 7. Then how do I get the cumulative frequency of the second one? Now 2 plus 7, that will give you 9. The third one is 8. 9 plus 8, 17. Followed by 13. 13 plus 17, 30. You continue in that order until you get the last one where you have 98 plus 2. That will give you 100. That is now the cumulative frequency ranges from 2 to 100, minimum of 2 and maximum of 100. Now we are ready to plot our graph. But then when you look at, because in our graph we are going to have the cumulative frequency on the vertical axis, the y-axis, and the score or the mark on the horizontal axis. Now when you check between 0 and 9 and 9 to 10, between 9 and 10 there is a gap. Therefore we cannot use this class interval for our graph because there is a gap. We try to eliminate that gap as much as possible. Then we introduce what we call class boundary. Class boundary. Now this class boundary, we use it to eliminate the gap between each of the class interval. Now in the class interval here we have 0 to 9. 0 is the lower class limit, while 9 is the upper class limit. In the first one, the second one we have 9 to 10. But now to get our class boundary, we reduce the lower class boundary by 0.5. When we reduce that by 0.5, we are going now to have minus 0.5. We are going to have 0.5 minus 0.5. While our upper class limit now will now be 9.5, we increase it. The second one will now be what? 9.5 to 19.5, then 19.5 to 29.5. In this case, discover that the gap between the upper class limit, which is 9.5, and 9.5 starting the previous one, we have tried as much as possible to eliminate that gap so that we can have a continuous graph. Now, this is what we use in plotting our table. Now, we are going to plot the cumulative frequency. We are going to plot the class boundary against the cumulative frequency. Now, in our graph, advise us to use the Y standard graph. The Y standard graph is actually 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter. If you see the bigger box there, is 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter. Now, our scale here, because when we look at both our vertical and horizontal axis, it ranges from 0 to 100, 0 to 99, which is approximately 100. Then it is simple for us. We just take our graph to be 2 centimeter to 20 units on both axes. In this case, we graduate our vertical axis from 0 to 20, 40, 60, 80 to 100. On the horizontal, the same thing. Of course, when you check the gap in between, we have about 4 line of 5. You have the first one will give you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 in that order. Then in between, of course, you can get 1, 2, 3 and all that. In your graph, you will see it there. The small line in the small grid, you will see it there. Then when you do this, the first coordinate from our graph, we are going to start with 0 minus 0.5, our lower class limit, and end with 99.5. In the first one, minus 0.5 to 9.5, we have 2. Then the coordinate is, you use a dot to represent the coordinate. Then the second one, from 9.5 to 19.5, we have 9. You also use a dot. The next, we have from 19.5 to 29.5, you have the corresponding cumulative frequency at 17. Then we have 30, 54, 80, and so on and so forth. Then while the last one, from 90.5 to 99.5, then we have 100. Then when you have this graph, you have a curve, a skewed curve like this. Now get a French curve, or use your flexible curve. Use your flexible curve. Curve it and draw a line. It's not a straight line, rather you use curve, or you can carefully take your pencil and join the point together with a curve. Then you get your cumulative frequency curve or O-guide. What we have now is our O-guide. Carefully draw that. Though sometimes some people use broom, that is local, but then anyhow you can draw it fine. Go ahead. Then we have our cumulative frequency curve here. Now we are not going to use the curve to look for. We are going to use this curve now to look for our the median, the interquartile, and the rest of them. Then let us use this as an example to get our graph. Now let us look at it from our O-guide. Look at it very well. First, we want to find the median. Remember, I told you that the median is at the middle, and here that's since we have from 0 to 100, the middle of 0 to 100 is 50. Go to the vertical axis and check where you have 50. Use a ruler, a straight line, to trace it to the O-guide. At the O-guide, then trace it down to the horizontal axis. Then at the horizontal axis, then you discover that our median here now is going to give us what? 48. Check it from your graph carefully and you will get what I'm talking about. That is the median. Now let us check the lower in the lower quarter or the first quarter, as the case may be. Now when you check that, remember I told you that the lower quarter also coincide with the 50th with the 25th percentile. It coincides with the 25th percentile. Now check that very well. When you trace it from them, draw it from that 25th up to the line, then take it down to the horizontal. Then we are going to get there. You see that we are going to have 36.5. That is our Q1. Take a look at your graph very well and see what I'm saying. Okay, now let's go to the upper quarter, the third quarter. Remember I told you the third quarter is, it coincides with the 75 percentile. Now if God, why we are explaining like this, because this is from 0 to 100 is percent, it's 100. Now when you go to the 75 point, draw your a straight line again to the ogive and take it down to the horizontal and tell me what you have there. If you do it carefully, you are going to have 56. 56, that is your Q3. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Then you are asked to find the interquartile. And what is interquartile? Remember I told you interquartile is what? Is Q3 minus Q1. And our Q3 here now, we have what? 56 minus our Q1, which is what? 36.5. When you subtract that, you get your answer. And what is semi-interquartile? We told you that semi-interquartile is the average. Is the average of the interquartile. That is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Q3 56 minus 36. That gives you 20 divided by 2, 10. That is the semi-interquartile range. Now, let's take the last one. You are told that we are asked to find the pass mark if 40% of the student pass. I want you to look at something here. By implication, it means that if 40% of the student pass, it means that 60% of the student fail. Now let's go to our graph. From 0, on the horizontal axis now, up to 60, mean that they fail. Now let us, from that 60, take it down, go to your graph again, just trace it down to the ogive, then and bring it down to the horizontal. Then at that point, from 60 to that point, we have approximately 52, sorry, is estimated at 52. That is to say that the pass mark is 52. Anybody that scored below that, fail. I want you to go through this example again, replay this video, again and again, you will understand it. Now, note that median is the same thing as the second quartile. I have emphasized this enough. And in plotting your graph, make sure that you take a very good scale. We are going to look at other examples of cumulative frequency curve. For now, we are going to stop here, and I will get some response from you. Please, I advise you and I encourage you to always go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, like it, then you can use it to improve in your mathematics. Thank you, and God bless you.